absolute result moving out here, and it was a punt. It was a punt. I'd never spent any time in Phnom Penh. Like one night here and there, when I used to come out to Cambodia, I'd go to the beaches, go to the tourist bits. And I just one day thought, nah, I'm moving, and it's lovely, and the people are lovely, and I am ingratiated. Is that the word, Lumi? You about? I'm ingrained. That'll do. It's a little, not so positive, but within the local community, 5 years walking around the same place, people get to know you. Mousecat drops a Lady Godiva. Very nice one, mate. Chris Stroke Scrubs. What was the Beatles song? You've got it. Yeah. You've got it. Yeah. Woke up, got out of bed, dragged the comb across my head. Mousecat got it. And bothered to, that was it, yeah. So that's how bits of Beatles work. If not, and I didn't invent this game. I think Mumford invented it, to be honest with you, old Bally G. But that was it. So yesterday I said, I'll do it well, play bits of Beatles. And I went, cup. And if you think of it, woke up, got out of bed. And someone even said, sounds like Paul McCartney. Cup. Because that's where he sings. That's his register, isn't it? Woke up, got out of bed, dragged a comb across my head. You've absolutely nailed the bits of Beatles. That's amazing. I hope you're as proud of you as I am at the moment, Mouse. That's incredible. Because that's what makes bits of Beatles so amazing. Because we all... Can you believe that, people? Out of all the Beatles songs, and I just went, cup, and he went A Day in the Life. And that is the song that's from. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so impressed. Pizzle, hello, mate. I knew you'd be here because it's a weekend. Well, I didn't know, but I assumed. I'd love to be able to speak to people like you do, Chris. Well, it's easy. And I know what you mean, though, because people say this to me all the time. You've got nothing to lose. But also, then you wouldn't be you. You'd be me. And don't think that I don't see people like you and your manners and your way of being and think, I wish I was more like that. Of course I do. I think everyone gets that off of everyone. It's got its downsides. It's got its down. My missus ain't so into it. She wants to get from A to B, not A.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, with me just talking absolute gibberish to anyone who recognises me on the way. But I'll take that as a compliment. But when I've had you on here to chat, I look at you and think, look at that smooth, humble, calm, attractive personality bloke. So these things work both ways, but I will take it because I am very good socially. It's not so good inside though. That veneer. The thing is, Pizzle, and I've talked about this on this channel a lot. It's very performative though, isn't it? It's very, very performative. Although, I don't know, it changes at different... I was streaming, wasn't I? So I am performing to an extent. I wasn't going to... me and Nicholas usually talk about growing jazz plants, and I'm not going to suddenly sit down with him and go, you all right, Nicholas? And him go, yeah, not so bad. He's French, by the way. So it was more like, all right, Nicholas, how's it going? Nice. They were beautiful ladies. You have to tell a beautiful... If there's a beautiful lady, she needs telling. You have to do that. Never know when you might bump into them when you need them. Shut it. I'm still all over the shop with Mousecat's bits of Beatles. I still can't. Great work. Hello, Barney. Mousecat, those streams are the kind I generally need to take notes on when sober. Oh, I've joined into a conversation that wasn't part of me. Well, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Look, Mousecat says, I thought I was an introvert, but I got told yesterday by family and friends that I don't shut up. Yeah. And also the whole introvert extrovert thing, you know, much the same problem, just it just manifests itself differently. It's both a, you know, and I think we're all somewhere, and you know, we're not all somewhere on that spectrum. Different situations, different conversations, different subjects, different people. You know, we're actually quite flexible on that. You know, I've spoken to people who've seemed really really nervous, and they are. God, I'm burping. And then someone will call them, and they're completely different because it's a different person. They have a different relationship, and they've got, you know, different things going on. Let me get a bit of colour in my cheeks. This is ridiculous. I'm actually looking very well at the moment, and I'd like to share that with you. Let me see if I can open up Entropy because the tab is up there, and someone might have chucked a couple of squids in there. First of all, a little bit of colour. Let's do. There you go. Oh, I picked up a bit of sun while I was out. Visionary Companion thinks of it as the schiz spectrum. Oh, I do too now. There you go. The best girls in the world? Fucking hell, I'll make a note of that because it's very difficult finding porn on the internet. What I need is someone to tell me where it is. And I can assure you, spamming is what really motivates people to get involved. Yeah, that's what people are all over. Linda, thank you, love. Darling. I know you're not the greatest Beatles fan, but I'd like to recommend the Beatles BBC studio recordings. 2 albums of live recordings. Now, is that the one that they made a documentary about where the first couple of hours is in a really big, terrible acoustics place and they're sitting around making up songs and they've got to get them all done for a certain time? Because if it is, it nearly killed me with boredom. I like John Lennon and I like his persona, but I wasn't a fan, I have to say. But that isn't listening to the music, that's watching them make it. I thought it would be more interesting. I think that might be the same thing. Hello, Eldritch. Yeah, it's very appealing, isn't it? Oh, you're taking over our space. Yeah, all right. Where do I click? Tristan saw Ringo All-Star Band last year, a couple of years ago. Past few years are stuck together. You can't. What do they call that in court? Oh, what do they call it? I'm learning this from the debt trial. What they compound? Objection, Scrubs, compound. Imagine no possessions. No thanks, John. That, I mean, it's a beautiful song melodically. Just 2 chords in it. Dun, 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 dun. Not those 2, incidentally. But yeah, the lyrics suck. They absolutely suck. I still can't believe that. Right, we're going to do another bits of Beatles and see if anyone else. Linda, thanks for that 5-bit. And let me know if what I said was correct. Is that the documentary I watched? Right, Entropy does seem to be up and working, but if anyone has donated there, I can't see it. So let me know if you have, because I can dig it out later and say thank you. Right, we're all good. That's quite the comment, though, isn't it? Best girls in the world. What are the best girls in the world? I mean, one man's best girl is another man's worst girl, and one girl can be the best girl for that evening, but the next day, the breakup of your marriage. Right, here we go. Bits of Beatles. Give me a second. Right, this one's going to be a bit easier. So you Okay, Bits of Beatles number 2. It's a lot easier though if you're a Beatles fan. I reckon. Well, I reckon most of you'll know that. So you. There you go. I think Bits of Beatles might be the new LSDJ. It's a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Steve. Nailed it. Pizzle, come on, you're doing well today. You're coming across as a nice bloke. Don't let's not talk about that. No, it is not Strawberry Fields. So you, what bit of Strawberry Fields do you think that is? Incidentally, yeah, that's the right word. Have I said hello to you, Lumi? Bless you, mate. It's great when you're here because if I don't know what word to use, you do. Imagine no possessions played on his $1 million piano. Yeah, it's easy to have such dreams. Yeah, Hoopers again. We could probably also do bits of Floyd actually because they're one of those well known bands. Yeah, but what bit is in the song is so you? No, we're not playing bits of Blondie. So Strawberry Fields is the new. I can't remember what the other one is. The LSDJ. No, our pal. LSDJ was the best quiz ever. Linda says, "Don't forget LSDG is a real thing to Chris." That's it. So Strawberry Fields is the new Buffalo Soldier, is it? No. Think of it. So you. Come on, someone's got to know that. I feel like I've put that on a plate for you. All you've got to do is pick up the fork and eat it. Yellow Submarine's a shocker. I can't stand that song. Oh, girl. Girl. Nah. That's the thing with the Beatles, isn't it? Some of them, no, it's not that. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. You can't. Now, have a guess, but right. You can do what you want, obviously, but when you're guessing, tell me the bit in the lyric that it is, because otherwise, someone could just sit there going through all the Beatles songs. I'll tell you what it was, unless someone gets it. Now, Hooper, that's interesting. Let me tell you something that I think is right. Actually, I'll check it out first, because otherwise, I'm spreading misinformation. Now, admittedly, Ruttles or Ruttles misinformation doesn't. No, it's not that one. No. The Beatles didn't sing the soundtrack to Bugsy Malone, King Corona. Hello, Will Martin, by the way. So you. There you go. Right, let me just check this out, see if it happened. Because I was told this a while back. It's true. It's absolutely true. I'm going to tell you something that many of you might know. The Frog song was McCartney on his own. It's not Hey Jude. Yeah, but where is that? It's not in there. Oh, come on. Right, I'm going to tell you in a minute. Where is it, Linda, darling? In Strawberry Fields. Right, this is the interesting thing. Right, hang on. So this is a true story. Now I'm going to tell you, it's not Penny Lane. Hello, Zeitgeist. This is a true story. Now I'm going to tell you the story that as I know it, and then we'll have a look. So listen to this. So the Ruttles or the Ruttles, they're not. It's Neil Innes and all that lot. I don't like that lot. I mean, Viv Stanshaw and all that crowd. They're not. bit overrated, didn't they? They were a parody Beatles band, and the album is called All You Need Is Cash. I think I'm right with that. I think the Ruttles or the Ruttles. I'm going to stick with Ruttles, all right. The Ruttles album was called All You Need Is Cash, and they dressed up like the Beatles, and it was a parody of the Beatles. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. Oasis, who didn't hide the fact that they loved the Beatles, and even on, I think it's in what one is it? Morning Glory. What's the story? Morning Glory. I think it's in the inlay. They even talk about Paul and John, and it's like, what? This is just bizarre, right? But Oasis released a song that was almost identical to a Ruttles song. So Oasis they done an out of court settlement for copying a band that was a pastiche of the Beatles, and here it is. I've just found it. Have a look. I'll see if my computer can handle this. Here, look. Get the full story between the 1994 single and its famous lawsuit. Whatever was released by Oasis on 18th of December 94. Let's listen to a little bit of Whatever. It's going to be straight through the... yeah, there you go, Ben. Ben's all over it. It's not me, Shell. No. Lumi. Right. So check this out. Check out this from Oasis. I'm going to play it straight into the mic, so it'll be a bit shitty, but I won't play too much of it. We need the chorus, really. Let me see if I can get it to the chorus. Yeah, this bit. He to be whatever I. Right, and the Ruttles version goes, I'm free to be an idiot. And that goes, as you just heard, I'm free to be whatever I. It's the same as a pastiche Beatles band. And here you go. Written by the band. Here, I'll show you. Written by the band's guitarist and chief songwriter Noel Gallagher, the 6-minute and 21 song track preached the importance of freedom and self-determination. Right, blah, blah, blah. I'm free to be whatever I choose, and I'll sing the blues if I want. Now, as much as I don't like Oasis, when I hear them, though, there's no way you cannot get nostalgia for the 90s. And that's why they're excellent. I don't like them, but I do love them in a weird way. I do love Oasis. When I see you later, what's the name? Take care. When I'm, if I'm in a bar or something, and then I hear the opening chords to an Oasis song, I always think, oh, wicked, man. 96 was wicked. Right. Anyway. The standalone Christmas single, which was released to fill the gap between Oasis' debut album, Definitely Maybe, and its follow-up, What's the Story, Morning Glory, debuted at number 3 on the UK chart, becoming their first top 5 single ever. Blah, 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 blah. And then here's a picture of Neil Innes performing How Sweet to Be an Idiot. And... hang on, where it is. Blah, 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 blah. However, despite its success, not everything about the single was sweet sailing. The opening lines and main refrain of the song bore a similarity to the medley of How Sweet to Be an Idiot, which was performed at some of Monty Python's live shows. The track was written in 1973 by comedian and musician Neil Innes. Now, I went to art school with Neil Innes' son. What was his name? He was an absolute twerp as well. What was his name? Neil Innes's son. He spent the whole year making this thing that you look through. There was like an eyepiece, and you wind it up, and it like showed you a map, but it obscured the map rather than just looking at the map. It was ridiculous. It might have been Chris, actually. No, I can't remember, but I went to Rochester Art School with Neil Innes's son. Innes Jr., there you go. Now let's listen to Neil Innes singing. So you just heard the Oasis song. Now we'll listen to the original, dare I say, allegedly. Pizzle said P. Innes. Here we go. Right, I'm probably going to get done if I play much more. We need to actually get into it.
How sweet to be an idiot.
It's the same. Now, I know, you know, there's not too many melodies out there, but, you know, I'm free to be whatever I... How sweet to be an idiot. I mean, he's doing it live, so he's improvising a little bit with the meter of the melody.
To be an idiot, as harmless as a cloud, too small to hide.
You get the idea. Now, anyway, Oasis settled out of court. They basically went, yeah, and there's no way that Beatles fans of the level of the Gallagher brothers, there's no way they didn't know about the Ruttles. Absolutely no way. And it's actually a nice melody, isn't it? I'm free to be whatever I want, and I feel the blues my way. Lovely. I do like Oasis, but you're not meant to. I get that, but I sort of do. I've told you the story about Viv Stanshaw and Jeff Bernard. I have told you, but for those who, yes, Hooper, I agree with you. And you know, you can tell that he's a good songwriter. You know, although the Beatles, it's kind of strangely formulaic for a band that changed so much. You know, they were like chameleons, weren't they? If you listen to Piper at the Gates of Dawn, and then a year later you get Sgt. Pepper's, it's a bit like, oh, you invented psychedelia a year after Syd Barrett. Good call. There will be some Syd Barrett on my Bard stream. So Jeff Bernard, I've told it before, but it's a cracking story. I'll do you the short version. And I heard this from the horse's mouth. Viv Stanshaw and Jeff Bernard, alcoholics, part of the old Soho drinking crowd. They go down to Rochester. Now, these are in the days when British licensing laws, the boozers opened at 12, but they closed at 3. Well, last orders at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you had to fuck off home half pissed and beat your wife up. It was ridiculous. That's why the members clubs thing opened in Soho, because if it turned out you could if you were a member of a bar, you could serve drinks off license. That's why it's called off license. That's why an off license is called off license, because it's off licensing hours. So if you had if people were members, so that's why the members clubs open at 4 o'clock. They still do. Well, no, the Groucho's open all day now, but Jerry's still opens at 4. The Colony used to open at 4 because the French House would chuck out at 3:30, and you know the dregs would still be there going, "I'm not going. I haven't finished my pina capupi." And then they'd open up again at about 6 or 7. But by that time, everyone was on their backs in the members clubs. So Viv Stanshaw and Jeff Bernard, famously, who Peter O'Toole famously done a one-man show about. Jeff Bernard is unwell, because Jeff Bernard was a writer in The Spectator, and for the first time in British press history, when the writer wasn't available, and Jeff Bernard lost his legs to drinking. They cut his legs off because he was he was a lost alcoholic. But for one day, I mean, this was a bloke who used to fall out of Jerry's at 6 o'clock in the morning and just fall asleep on the pavement. And yet he'd always get his copy in. So the one day that he didn't, the Spectator, rather than getting someone else to write his column, they just put Jeffrey Bernard is unwell. And the one-man play where Peter O'Toole, who I sold Skunk to in Jerry's, celebritypunters.com, he done a one-man show, Jeffrey Bernard is unwell, where he rattled off a load of Jeff Bernard's myths and legends. Anyway, Jeff Bernard and Viv Stanshaw, I think it was, were down in Rochester. Now, if you know Rochester, you'll see why this is funny. If you don't, you still might appreciate it. So they're drinking, of course, because it's 9 o'clock in the morning. And they get chucked out at about 3 o'clock, and they're sort of like walking around Rochester thinking, oh, this is fucking nonsense. It's going to take an hour and a half to get back to Soho to get to Jerry's. Maybe we should see if we can find somewhere that's selling booze. And, you know, the likes of those lot aren't going to go into an off license and sit in the park and drink. And they walk past this place, and it's a real flash boozer. It's got like stuffed animal heads on the wall, loads of all the pumps of brass fittings, and, you know, polished mahogany bar and tables. And there's people in there, and they're like, you know, Viv Stanshaw's, Jeff Bernard, they're like, fucking hell, here we go. And you go, well, play it cool, because they don't know how you do it. You know, it's obviously illegal to be serving booze at this time of day. They're not members, so they're going to go in there, and they're sort of playing it cool, and they go up to the bar, and there's a barmaid there, and so they sort of looking around, and they go, couple of triple vodkas, please. And she says, I'd love to serve you, gentlemen, a couple of triple vodkas, but this is an antique shop. Amazing. Now, if you know Rochester is known for its antique shops. Yeah, too good. I'm glad to see a couple of people got that. So yeah, old Oasis. I think that's the tribute band to Oasis, isn't it? Oasis. Should we listen to a bit of Oasis while we can? Now, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, how comes he's showing clips and yet he's not doing clip streams? Well, because when I do a clip stream, I have to watch it, download it, OBS it, and do all that. And while it might be going well now, that can take me 2 or 3 hours to prepare a whole stream. And I have to watch them, and it just wasn't happening this morning, so I couldn't, you know. So there you go. Let's see if we can find a bit of Oasis. That's terrible, isn't it? Here we go. Oasis. They're actually on top of the pops. What? They actually got on. Oh my God! Wait till you see who the presenter is. This is this is a cacophony of This is a cacophony of mistakes. So this is Oasis. This is tribute. Where's the tribute? Copy. This is a copy band of. Did he really? Dennis Waterman done Jeff Bernard. I never knew that. I knew Peter O'Toole did. I didn't sell Dennis Waterman any weed though. Good call, Arglo. But this is weird. This is we'll only listen to a little bit of it, but we will have a look. This is them on top of the pops. Check out who the presenter is. It'll make you giggle and squirm. I'll play it through the actual correct. Hello, Richard. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Having a nice weekend. I've got to mute myself. Check this out. Just as I muted myself, we've got a Vartron. Hello, Jimmy. How are you? Long time no see. I thought you disappeared. GM to you and the Scrubs. I don't know what GM is. Good morning. Nice one. Nice one, Jimmy. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Jimmy, I was thinking about you last night, actually, and I was listening to Bukowski's collection of short stories actually audiobook. Whoops, let that slip out. It's called South of No North. And there's loads of stories in there where they live in rooming houses like you, and they're all alcoholics like you. I don't mean that in a nasty way. I don't think you'd say that you haven't had drinking problems in your time. And and there's a bit where the landlady comes round, and Bukowski's like, "What the fuck are you?" She comes in. There's two of them in this room. It's a very people. If you want a couple of hours grotesque entertainment, get Charles Bukowski, South of No North audiobook up on YouTube. Just sit back, cup of tea. It's a blinder. It's quite hard work, some of it, because you're like, man, this geezer's life was fucking gross. There's two of these alcoholics who the day before had a proper fight, got ended up in hospital and all that. And I know houses like this in Dartford where they all were on the piss and the speed and whatever, and they stab each other, and the next day no one mentions it because, well, that was yesterday, long time ago now. And the landlady, the woman who owns this rooming house that Bukowski's in, she comes in and he says, "I'm sorry, darling, I can't." She says, "What do you mean?" He says, "You're not my type." And she says, "No." And she complains at him about something. And one of the blokes, Marty, his name is, and he's going to Bukowski. Well, it's Chinaski, but it's Bukowski. You'll understand what I mean when you listen to it. And he says, "I'm in love with this bird." He says, "But he's an alcoholic, this bloke." And he goes, "But I'm worried about her. She drinks." And Bukowski goes, "Yeah, I had a woman I loved." And Marty goes, "What happened to her?" He went, "She died." He goes, "How?" She goes, "Drink." He goes, "Ah." He goes, "If I could just stop for 10 days, I could give her some money." And Bukowski goes, "Yeah, you won't. None of us can." And then Marty says, "She lives in the cellar. She lives in the basement with all the fucking plumbing and, all the heating and all the, just another room that this slum landlord managed to rent out to this woman." So Bukowski goes down and dinks her. I can't actually, you needed to have been there, but it's certainly worth checking out. Nice one, Jimmy, from the donation. That nice one, Ludwig. Jimmy, what's happening with you and online appearances? Are you performing, streaming, or anything? Have you moved house? But anyway, the point was, Jimmy, I think you'd like that. South of No North, Charles Bukowski audiobook. Many of the little vignettes are set in this rooming house full of drinkers, and it's very funny and very unpleasant. Ludwig, bless you. Here's for the lovely stroll around your manor. Got to shoot, love to the scrubs. Nice one, Ludwig. Shame you got to go, but it is the weekend. You make the most of it. Nice one, Ludwig. Yeah, it was quite nice having a little bowl about, wasn't it? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mr. Natrar says, "I was kicked out of a pub for being underage. The landlord put the pint on the bar to let it settle before topping it up and said, 'Anything else?' I said, 'Yes, a bit more, please.'" So hang on. So he sussed that you were underage because you didn't realise he was letting it settle. Okay. My mother tells me a story because she grew up in Boozers, and there was this local family that they inherited a load of money. And that's a really boring story. I'm not even going to go down that road. It's so dull. But my mum likes telling it, so it means a lot to me. Dink does actually mean coitus. Yes, it certainly does. Right, let's have a look at this.
These faces look like a race.
Oh, you know what? He got chucked out of Cambodia. They chucked him out. They tracked him down at this house. Yeah, just him and a load of young boys. And I mean young. Yeah, they chucked him out. You know where he went? Vietnam. And then they chucked him out. I think he's back in England. I mean, yeah, terrifying, Lulu. Terrifying. I mean, it's all, my fucking back. I just done it right up. It's almost as if his unconscious drew the hell of paedophilia onto his face. You know, we are divided people. You know, we are half. Well, we're a percent conscious and a percent unconscious, and without realizing it, you know, he painted on a horror story there. That is an anti-sensual horror story right there. Oh, Dennis says he's locked up. Is he? Okay. Well, good. I mean, you know, let's face it. You don't want him roaming the streets. Do you want to be in my gang, my gang? There's one of his lyrics which is really, really weird. It's something like you can bump your head when you fall out of my bed. Oh, it's in I'm the Leader. I'm the Leader? What? Yeah. Oh, a bit of brass eye there. Here's a paedophile disguised as a school, and it's moving along. Well, it's funny you say that, Foot Golf. Foot Golf says, in fairness, he's got one good tune. Well, he is still making an absolute packet. Well, if he's in prison, he's not, because you're not allowed to. But I'm sure someone is moving that money somewhere. Jimmy, that's Gary Glitter. He was a very, very famous British singer-songwriter, well, glam rock musician, should I say, and ended up moving to Southeast Asia to bang children and got caught out and got locked up. And it's weird because his songs and his whole persona, there's an incredible clip on the internet, Jim, of he's on this show called This Is Your Life. I don't know if you had an equivalent in America, but it's a surprise. So you'll be out recording or rehearsing, and then Eamon Andrews or Michael Aspel turns up and goes, well, you thought you were here to do a day's job, but no, we're going to bore you to tears and bring back loads of people from your past. I can't even remember his fucking name now. What's his name? Luckily, Gary Glitter, which is also rhyming slang for shitter, which is your back passage, your ass, which is obviously it's just a tangled web of disgust. But so he's on This Is Your Life, right? And at one point he goes, now we're going to bring in so-and-so, who used to come around your house when she was about 7. And you can see Paul Gadd, Gary Glitter, that's his real name. He's sort of like thinking, oh, fuck. And she comes in and let's find it. She says, right? She says, well, it was really funny because, you know, all the schoolgirls would come in their school uniforms, and you see Gary Glitter going, the camera catches him going, shut up. It's amazing. Let me see if I can find it. We will get back to Oasis, and we have actually seen this on this very channel before, but it's so good. Hang on. Gareth Glitter, This Is Your Life. This is your dirtiness. I don't want the full show. I just want the blatant hush, tell my bones, hush. It looks to me like he's paid someone to upload loads of videos to shove the offending segment out of the way, which is something you can do, by the way. That's something you can do. If there's loads of bad things about you on the internet, on Google, you can hire companies to use very good SEO skills to get other stories, to put the bad stories on like page 8. And it obviously happens on YouTube. But why can't I find this fucking clip? Maybe it's been taken down. Maybe Glitter rung up the channel owner and said, if you don't get rid of that, I'll come round there and you can be in my gang. And he went, it's gone, it's gone. I can't believe it. I can't find it. I've got the full show. Maybe I'll have to find the bit. That could take a while, though. Hang on. Let me see if I can just find it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Something's going wrong here. This is I don't remember Eamon Edmonds presenting it. This is bollocks. Why can't I find it? Can anyone find it? Can anyone find it on YouTube and tell me what I've got to search for? Hello, Otto. You got to change that name, mate. I don't like it. Gary Glitter, this is your life clip. If one of them is Gary Glitter, shush. Yeah, that's the one I want. Oh, it's Tessa Dahl. That's right. It's Tessa Dahl who grasses him up. It ain't here, people. It's absolutely gone. It's gone. I can't find it. I mean, maybe the Cambodians took it off because of his little holiday here. No, it ain't here. If anyone can find it, tell me what to put into YouTube to... What? Oh, what a terrible shame. It's such a good moment. Anyway, as I said to you, he basically, when she says, oh, and he always used to like looking at the girls in their school uniforms, and he goes, he looks terrified. Right, here we go. So here's back to No Oasis. Cat Squatch saw it recently. I can't find it. If you can find it, Cat Squatch, tell me what to pop into the... my fucking back. See, it's just sitting down like that, does it? Right, where was that donation? Billy. Niggling Bill. Let's see what he's got to say. I'll open up my Paint Shop Pro Edition 8. Amazing. There's 110 people here. Lovely. We've had such mad technical difficulties. But if you join this show late, I had a little walk around my manor and it was rather nice. I'm going to put some lights on because it's gone a bit... yellow. Motherfucker. Might be a good time to... Oh, my back. Good gosh. I'm just shutting some windows, people, because it's the mosquito hour. Oh, my bloody back. Getting old, eh? Who needs it? Who needs it? Hello, dog. Now, I'm probably going to sit down looking a little bit like a Swansea lass out on a Saturday night. Oh, no. Pale as the day is long. I'm going to tell you the answer to that bits of Beatles, actually, because, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Skin and Tonic, because that's gone. I can't find that. I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, hit like, people, if you want. Billy says, I don't think I would enjoy sweating all the time in the Cambodian heat. Well, you don't sweat all the time. It's not very humid here. It's just I had a long walk, didn't I? The BB seems to have employed and probably protected a lot of nonsense. Yeah, no, they certainly have. They certainly have, Bill. That without a doubt. I mean, there's Savile. There you go. That's the clip you sent me to, Jimmy Savile. Yeah, everyone in England knows all about Jimmy Savile. I'm afraid, Bill. Yeah. So the bits of Beatles, which was, what was it? I'm going to tell you what it was. It was Tomorrow Never Knows. Open your mind, relax and float downstream. It is not lying, it is not flying. So you may see the meaning of within. Long for a man with a bad back, Mr. Pizzle. I knew when I said that someone was going to go, hang on. What, 2 min? Nice one, Mouse Cat. Nonce comes from not on normal courtyard exercise. Written on cell doors. I never knew that. Is that an urban myth or is that true? How interesting. I never knew that. I never knew where that came from. Now I do. Good call, Mouse Cat. Oh yeah, Mr. Natras is right. There's someone went up there and tried to chisel it down, didn't they, the other day? Yeah. So the bloke who done the sculpture at Broadcasting House it wasn't the statue. It was the bloke that made it. Was not a normal courtyard exercise. Hang on, Cat Squatch might have a result here. Hello, Mega Essex boy. Good to see you. 44, wrecked ankle, knee, shoulder, and hearing. Well, this is an old injury that comes around every 5 or so years. You know, that's one of the many reasons I keep up the yoga, because I can't be having a bad back. I've got a 24-year-old girlfriend who needs pleasing. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. Fucking hell. Talk about sexual healing. Zen Maverick reckons it's the boys' buggering club. I don't know if it's necessarily that. Pizzle ain't buying it. Skin and Tonic says it's true. Pizzle reckons it's a myth. I don't know. How are you today, Otto? Arklow says, Daneshield, got to go and bring me ma out for dinner, lad. You have a nice time, mate. Say hello to your mum from me. Sorry, mate. Have a nice time. Take care. Oh, we've got a difference of opinion here, Jeffrey. It is a statue of a man and a boy. Yeah, he's got his hand around his neck, hasn't he? Was I sculling down Street 51? I wasn't. I think I'm missing something there. Oh, Billy, you obviously didn't hear yesterday. My missus put 5 of those heat patches on me, and after about 10 minutes, it felt like someone had put an iron on my back, and I took them all off. Absolute agony. Palmer reckons it comes from nonsense. It's a different spelling, though, isn't it, John? Anglo reckons it's from not of normal criminal enterprise. I don't know about all this. I reckon it's probably... I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. Good man. Get that positive thinking up, son. Go on, this is your life. Shush, says Glitter. But this is your life, Otto. It really is. Tick, 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 tick. It's still happening. It might not be going how you had planned. Mine isn't. My missus wants to get married, have children, and buy some land this year. And I'm trying to tell her that I can't because the stock market's crashing. There's a recession looming, and we've got to wait a couple of years. And and business is appalling. That might disappear. But it's still your life. You have to get busy, make it count, make it work. I'm shouting at myself as much as you here, by the way, and everyone. Nice one, Billy, for that 5-bit. But seeing as we've got about 95 Brits in here, we're all very familiar with Jimmy Savile. I don't think I don't want to watch him. I don't like it. I should have tried coining. Can you imagine? Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should have done. I'm sure the missus would have done it for me. Mega Essex Boy says, I'm happy to be here tonight. I'm feeling lonely and this makes me feel better. Well, I'll tell you what, Mega Essex Boy, on my birthday at midnight, when I turned 50, I was on my Jack Jones and I'd done a stream, and afterwards I was thinking, that was lovely. What a privilege to be able to, we are us, and it was great. It was absolutely great. No, Linda, I'm not going to wait on the babies. I'm not. I said this to her already. I said, if I can't give you children because I've damaged my spuds, I ain't marrying you. I said, I'll probably still buy you some land and an house, but I'm not going to lumber you with a life without kids. And bless her, she said, she didn't say it, but she basically said, well, we'll adopt some. And there's plenty of kids out here that need adopting. But I said to her, I think you should have children. And she's like, no, I'm not going to. And then I talked to someone else about it, and he said, fuck off. It's not like that these days. Just go to the doctor. They'll give you an injection and you'll be producing spumfer tumfer. Yeah, Lumi, it's gone. I tried Tessa Dahl. I tried This Is Your Life. It's gone. That clip has gone. How interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone found, got hold of that channel bloke and said, 10 grand, take that down. And he probably, if someone offered me 10 grand to take that down, I'd have probably said yes. That's 10 grand, isn't it? Were you at Dog? The only Dog I've ever been to is the Dog Star in Finsbury Park. You've lost me here, Mega Essex Boy. You're in Westport. Hello, Warren. Are you new in these parts, or are you usually a lurker? Sumster says I should adopt some Somalis. That's going to happen. Right, we never heard No Oasis on Top of the Pops. So here we go. Sorry that you're going to have to suffer a bit more of glitter. But, oh, no, you're talking to Dog. You're talking to Dog backwards. Sorry, mate. All right, here we go. Let's have a look at cover band of Oasis, No Oasis. Be weird if the Ruttles sued them. Hello, Mad Lizzie. Nice to see you, love. Ooper's still giving it a go. I'm not sure about all that. I reckon it's just slang. I don't know. Rock Opera enjoys lurking. That's all right. Well, here we go. No Oasis on Top of the Pops. Presented by... Look at his horrible boat. It's giving me the shivers.
But on no basis do we have Oasis. So we looked in other places and we found you. No way, sis. Trees and funny bees and snow white yellow doves.
Well, that was underwhelming. I'll tell you what I really can't stand. Have you seen the Beatles? There's many Beatles tribute bands, but there's one of them where the Paul McCartney bloke, he just keeps going, he's got one gesture of Paul McCartney, and he seems to do it all the time, even in the different era of songs. Yeah, it is. I mean, imagine that was your life, a tribute band. That's awful, really awful. But I suppose it's a living, isn't it? I bet they get paid. I bet they can charge a fair amount. I mean, imagine it's your wedding or something, and you and all your mates grew up in the 90s, you want to get Oasis for your wedding band, you're going to be paying them. I reckon they're going to be asking for $2,500 for an hour gig, and they'll be getting that 5 days a week. I imagine it's well, should we see if we can find out how much it costs to hire them? No way, sis. Booking. Probably have to go through their agent. Yeah, they've got their tribute band. They've got their website. The definitive Oasis tribute band. Blah blah blah. Just tell me how much it is. Nah, they don't. They're not going to tell you on here, are they? But I bet you it's. I reckon you're looking at $2,500 to $3,000 for an hour set. I'll email them, shall I, and ask them. Oasis tribute, no Oasis at Yahoo. Oh, they've got a phone number. Shall I ring them up? Shall I ring them up? I'm going to ring them up right now. I'm going to have to do it on Skype. Now, if I do it on Skype, I thought I'd do it on my phone. I'll do it on Skype on my phone. I'm going to ring up No Oasis. This should be embarrassing. All right, no laughing, all right? I'll do it on Skype. Otherwise, it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. And that is one thing I haven't got at the moment. Well, I have got 2 of each, but you know what I mean. Where's Skype? Tell me I've got Skype on my phone. There we go. All right, I'll try and get it. I'll try and make it loud. Let's ring up No Oasis. What's time in the UK? Well, you lot are up, so we should be all right. Calls, credit. Well, I've got a bit of credit. United Kingdom. Okay, and the number is... I hope I can put this on loudspeaker, or this will be embarrassing and pointless. Right, hopefully I can put this on loudspeaker.
I'm unavailable to take your call at the moment, so please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can.
After you finish your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't want to book you anymore because you've fallen at the first hurdle, essentially, because I think if I was to ring Oasis agents, they'd have someone there to answer the phone. So, no, I'm not doing it anymore. You can poke it. Sorry about that, people. They were probably busy on cocaine, banging Kate Moss. I bet they've got girlfriends with names like Patsy Nenzit. Well, don't remind me on another stream to give No Oasis a call. Alan! Nice one, Alan. Hope you're well, mate. Got a weekend off? I certainly hope so. Thanks for the donation, mate. Well, what else could I do at that point? It was rubbish. But it was a fair point, though, wasn't it? I mean, if you're going to be a tribute band, you've got to do it. You've got to, do the whole thing. It could at least have had someone going, all right, well, no one's available at the moment, because I'm not speaking with my brother at the moment. When I get through to them, I'll ask them if Liam and Noel will have a fight on stage, and I'll give them an extra 500. That's going to be a great joke when I finally get through to it. So, people, if you could remind me to do that another time, and I certainly will. Who else can we ring up? That might be quite a good laugh, actually. Should we ring up The Guardian? The Guardian. Come on, where's that bloody phone number? Hang on a minute. The Guardian. I don't want the international one. I want the English one. Guardian Complex. No, really, thank you. You know, the Sun are always asking for stories. Ring them up and go, oi, you know that war in Ukraine? Tickled me. Let me see if I can find a phone number for the Guardian. Interestingly, if you own one of the original Dangerfield Scrub Xanax t-shirts, one of those numbers that look like numbers on the pill packet label is actually the Guardian phone number. I encrypted a few different phone numbers and things into those numbers. That's the first time I've told anyone that. I think Marzipan's got it. It is a little bit like internet knockdown ginger. I mean, look at the Guardian. They've got a thing here. Relationships. Share your stories about being betrayed by a friend. Okay. Why? Why? You used to be my friend. Where's your phone number? Contact us. Right, here we go. Customer services. No, that ain't, I want to pretend I want to do an advert, but here we go. Just give me a phone number. Yeah, I think I might have one. Just give me the phone number. How hard is it to advertise in your anti-white rag? Yeah, I've got a phone number. I've got a number. Yeah, let's ring the Guardian. All right, let's try this. Problem is, my Skype will probably have a Chinese when it comes up there, and it'll probably be Chinese. Right. I'll try and get it next to the mic. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can pull this off. Can you hear that? Let me know you can hear that.
Thank you for calling Guardian Advertiser. The team is currently working partially from home with very few people in the office who are unable to take your call at the moment. This answer phone is checked twice a day, but we'd recommend emailing in as it will pick up immediately. The email address is
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll spend an hour or so getting some numbers from some funny places, and I'll do a stream where I'll just ring up a few people. I'll see if I can get a better setup. You could hear that. Nice one, Packer. Okay, I'll get some numbers for another stream, and we'll make some phone calls and we'll have a laugh. My idea then was to ask them that I wanted to put a full page advert in, but could they assure me that there'd be less than 30% anti-white articles in that edition because of the nature of my target audience? And they'd go, no, I can't. We can't guarantee that. Right, people, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. I don't want to be sitting down any longer because it would appear that sitting down. Hang on, Foot Golfer's telling me something. Jimmy, did you get back to me about whether you're appearing on the internet at all or not? Oh, there you go. Good call, Richard. Good call. Fucking hell. They must be struggling then. Nice one. Yeah, look, people, I'll show you. This is what Foot Golf Richard just got for me. So I was about $1,000 out. Good Lord. Well, about £800. Yeah, look. No Oasis tribute band. From 1,200 plus. So I imagine, I bet you probably... Richard, how did you find that? Because I want to see what the more details in that are. I bet you get half hour for that. If you want them to dress up as Oasis, it's probably another 200, etc., etc. Hello, Upside Down Ukraine UA. Is that you, John? He has been, has he? Jimmy has been. All right, good call, Steve. Sorry. Oh, you'll probably stream later. All right, nice one. Good call. Nice. Where though, Jimmy? Where? YouTube? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, that's a bit of marketing. I'm still saying you're looking. Hello, Willow. I'm still saying you're looking at 2.5 grand. But nice one, Richard. Good find. Imagine hiring them. Wouldn't it be funny if you had loads of money and you could just hire them to sort of? I could hire them to play here, and I'd do a stream, and then I'd go right. Okay, and now we've got Oasis singing 30 seconds of Champagne Supernova. Or make it proper weird and go, see you later, Kevin. Take care, mate. Thanks for all the links. They will be used when my internet's back working properly. And I'm getting them to do them in like different genres. So here's Champagne Supernova Jazz. Fly him out to Cambodia. Right, let's have some outro music. Hang on, let's have some nostalgia. It always works, doesn't it? Thank you all for putting up with me. Thank you, because we did have some technical difficulties, as predicted in the title of the show. In fairness, I hope you enjoyed the little walk around the manor. It's very kind of you to stick with me through that, because I'm sure there's plenty of other things you could be doing on your Saturday. I will be streaming later. But the missus is away for about 11 days. Oh, the live music starts to ruin my Sunday. Are you fucking joking? I will be streaming later. It might be a clip stream as well. It's all internet dependent, you know. Space Hopper Mark, quite worryingly, said, I always wanted to buy a football player and stick him in a cage in my front garden. Hello, Joe. Bloody Ada. Hey, Chris, thanks. I was sleeping to your voice. You know, well, if I can help you out. Nice to see you, man. Been a while. I don't know, Otto. I don't know when, because I'm going to get my novel finished this week. Yeah, I've said that twice now. Migraine, if I get migraines, I'm not going to finish it, because if I get a migraine, I'm not going to lose 2 days, then start writing again and get another migraine. But I'm going to try and do 4 hours a day on the novel for the next 10 days. But I've also got to work, because business is very frightening at the moment, and I need to get busy with that. But I want to get it done. Because I could do with earning some extra money off the back of that. And then once I've got that on Amazon and that started selling units, then I'm going to take the 10 or 8 best Substacks and put a book of shorts on Amazon as well. Then I'm going to put the Crack Diaries on Amazon, which I've kind of already written. I've just got to, you know, make it better. And that's 3 separate books. They're 3 novellas, you know, each one's like 80, 90 pages long. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll have 4 units on Amazon. And that's apparently the way to do it. Write, publish, repeat. And then in 3 years, hopefully I'll have 12 units on Amazon. And you've only got to be selling 30, 40 of each one a month to be getting a passive income. But if migraines are going to ruin that, imagine I'm not going to be a writer because of my fucking headaches. What an absolute killer. Stevie says, I'm a genius. I just picked an Asec Mortis on a lockout. That is a fair, it's a little bit niche for this. I know what you're talking about, and good work. And also absolute respect to you for not drilling it and earning more money from, well, maybe you are replacing it if they've lost their keys, but good work, Stevie. Great work, mate. Absolute great work. What was it? A curtain Mortis? Oh, hang on, you're talking about a different Mortis, aren't you? You're an American. You're talking an American Mortis isn't the same. That's not a lever lock, is it? Linda, I nearly called you Linda Unit. Linda Hunter says Chris is on the unit. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I will do it. Liam says, I've said that twice. Yeah, twice a week for about 4 years now. It's funny because it's true. It's hard work. Vart. I just met Edna on North of No South audiobook. No, just yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Hang on. You'll love it, Jimmy. It's very much your kind of world, or certainly what has been your world. Don't take that the wrong way. Here is the whole book, 6 hours of it. And it's south of no north, not north of no south. That's fuck knows what that is. But I think you'll really enjoy this, Jim. He's one of my real inspirations. When I read Post Office, I thought, I can write books like that, and I will. There you go. Oh, no way. Oh, fair play then. Sorry, mate, because as you know, in America they say mortise, and it's like a rim cylinder, like an Adams right, isn't it? It's like I'm like, I don't know why you call them mortise locks. Good work. What pick, Steve? I know this is just me and you talking about lock picking now. What was it? That's a great bit of work. They are actually, but my Kindle, I haven't got a charger for it, and I'm struggling to get them out here. Oh, you just bought it? It's here for free. Maybe see if you can get a refund. 42's live next, people. What a coincidence. I wonder if he sat at home and thought, I'm going to stream now, quick. Yeah, Jimmy, I told you it was on YouTube. Now you're 14 squids down. Maybe, I think you can, if you bought it off Amazon, I think you can just say, no, I didn't want it. I don't want it anymore. Please take it back. But yeah, there's the link. It's all there. But whatever. I mean, don't let, at least you probably just give some money to Bukowski's kids who probably need it. But you will really, oh, fuck me. Even after my cuntish little dig. That doesn't feel good. All right, listen, people. The word is cucked, Emma, but I'm quite glad you didn't use that word. So people apparently, I mean, I just done it when I had some time, Emma. So apparently 42 was streaming, and because I'm assuming the majority of his viewers are scrubs, he'd already set his stream up, and I didn't check, and I just fucked him over. So sorry about that. And you can find him here, and he's streaming now. So there you go. Nothing wrong with overlifting. It's an absolute treat. It works. It works. As you know. Good work, man. Good work. I couldn't do that. I'm terrible with lever locks. Raking, bumping, single pin picking, I'm fine. But curtained lever locks, the problem I have with them is identifying them. I've got identification manuals, but looking through that keyhole with a torch, I'm like, yeah. Anyway, people, let's have a bit of music. Gives you a couple more seconds to throw some money at me. I told you that story, didn't I? I told you that. So listen, people, I sold a load of beginner sets to this university lockpicking club, right? And they wanted me to teach them how to do it as well. And I said, yeah, no problem. So they done a Zoom call, and there was about 80 of them. And if you know Zoom works, you can choose to be live or not. So it's just these different faces coming up and down. And I was explaining to them how you identify the binding pin. Now, this doesn't have to mean anything to you. And people kept saying, I've done it. I've opened it. And I'm like, yeah, but the problem is you haven't learned anything. What you've just done, we call bitch picking, which is where you just put a fucking rake in, put a bit of tension on it. And because they're practice locks, it will open. And when I said bitch picking, so many of those windows just went black. And I thought, hang on a minute. This is like some American social justice leftist university. And I said, to try and get myself out of it, I said, I suppose I shouldn't have said bitch picking. And I said that, hoping that the bloke who was like the leader of this organisation would have said, nah, it's all right. No, he went, yeah, you really shouldn't have said that. I had another 40 minutes with him as well going, so, anyway, you gender fluid fucking tards. You will be able to if you start practicing. All right, people, here we go. It's been an absolute pleasure. From technical difficulties, did a wonderful flower of scrubbage grow. Go check out 42. This is muted myself, shot myself. This is a song you all know. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you later. I don't know when, but it will be later. I will be streaming later. If I get into my novel and I can't get out of it, I won't be streaming later, but I tend to be able to get out of it. Ta-ta! Hit it.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know the joy of loving.
42's live in 5. Live
in
in
the
5.
world
42.
of mankind. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in mankind. All the world.
Good work, Bill.
All the girls.
Bill?
Every land are meant to know. Joy of loving
velvet red box
is to live in the world of mankind. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in mankind.
So don't forget, people, 42's on in a minute. I will be streaming later, and we'll have a laugh. I'll see if I can get a meme stream and a clip stream together. So there you go. Christian, there's a lot of history with this song on this channel, so you be careful what you say, son.
In every land of man to know, joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
There you go, you lovely bastard. Dello Sal, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, all of you. If I don't catch you later, because you can't be here or I can't be, I probably will, to be honest with you. Look after yourselves. Bless you all. And thanks for sticking through the technical difficulties. I hope you enjoyed a little look about. Ta-da!